We have the Regional Director of the Goethe Institute South Asia, Dr. Madla Stuckenberg, the Honourable Member of Parliament, Dr. Shashi Tharoor, the Chief Secretary, Dr. V. Venu, Worshipful Mayor, Srimati Arya Rajendran, our MLA, Shri Prashant, representatives from Alliance who have been supporting us, and a lot of well-wishers, many of whom have been to Germany years ago. I thank you very much for all the support that you have all given us, and thank you for being with us today. I welcome all our guests from all other parts of India and from outside who are here with us today to be with us as we celebrate this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, I would like to invite His Excellency Shri Achim Burkhardt, the Consul General of Germany, to Kerala and Karnataka to give his speech.
I still have to work on the technique. Good afternoon, Honourable Chief Minister, Honourable Member of Parliament, Honourable Member of the Legislative Assembly, Honourable Mayor of Tiruvananthapuram. I am still struggling, but I'm trying my best. And Honourable Member of Parliament told me what is Nama in Namure Tiruvananthapuram. So I will try hard. Devi Jaya, dear Syed and dear Sheena, yes, she's somewhere, I saw her, that's the other one, yeah, she's over there. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not have more of these formal introductions because in my last posting in Zambia I learned something which I love, and it says all protocols observed. So everybody is welcome, thank you for being here, for all of you. I'm really privileged. And I must say, I'm so happy to be here today at Tiruvananthapuram on this auspicious occasion of the opening of the new Goethe Center. When I came to India, good 3.5 years ago, this was only a project. One of the first things actually I learned about was the Goethe Zentrum project here in this place. So, I knew the property when I first came. It was just plain land. I knew when there was the first hole dug, I saw the first floor, I saw the tank for the fire, water and all these kind of things. First floor, second floor, roof, interior design. But when I came here today, I just said, wow, that is really amazing. I haven't expected such a beautiful place. It's really great. You know, this is a dream, I think, which came true. And I love that dreams can become reality. That, I think, is what makes us humans. We have dreams, and dreams we can change into reality. 3 years later, in this wonderful building, I think we have to first and foremost thank Dr. Syed Ibrahim, the German Honorary Consul. Syed, you're the only person I ever encountered in my diplomatic life, and that spans over 32 years. By now, or 33 years now, which has this kind of affection and love for the German language and for Germany. I really thank you for that, and that is something very special. You know, it's my mother tongue, and therefore it really is also very deep to my heart that all of you here have this appreciation for that language, which is, I must admit, and I remember my school times when I had very bad marks in grammar, that is a difficult language. But I must admit, and I continue to learn my own language over the years, it is a very beautiful language. So I really appreciate that all of you deep dive into that matter, deep dive into that language, and with that also deep dive into our German culture. And I think, Syed, what is very important is that you convince everybody along the way to come with you to build that property. You know, also very important, you convinced your partner in crime, Vijay, which is just next to you. A big thank you also to you, because without you, nothing would have happened either. So, thank you for that. And you know, when I was reading that, or writing that speech, you know, I had like 100 things in it, but I won't stop, because there are so many people to thank. I would like to thank these who supported that project wholeheartedly, and not only by just saying, oh, that's a good project, but also in money, which is important these days, and also by contributing things to that place. So, thank you all of you, and I want to mention Allianz, which is somewhere here. I've seen Allianz somewhere. I have seen Aluplast over there, the Bosch, and the DEV agency from Germany. These companies, their decision makers and their teams will always be remembered in connection with this beautiful building with the Goethe Zentrum in Tiruvananthapuram. I remember I personally called Tom Reiner, who was at that time still with Aluplast, and Bosch, I called Sumitra Bhattacharya, who was at that time still CEO of Bosch India, and asked him whether they would venture into supporting that project. And very quickly they were on board. And I think that showed the commitment also from the German Indian side. You know, the German Indian companies, how important for them also is that learning the German language is a bridge between our two countries, a bridge between people, and a bridge within companies and between companies. So I would like to also thank Tom, which is not here, and Shumitra, which is not here, for listening to me and making things possible. And for sure, also I would like to include again Allianz and DIV agency and all your teams. You made a change in many people's lives, and you will make changing lives in the future. What is it all about? It's about learning German, I said that. And Germany is only 8,000 kilometers away from us. That's a long way. So what really touches me also very much is that so many young people here in Kerala are able and willing to learn German. Might it be for the sake of it because it's just fun? Or might it be for pursuing studies in Germany or looking for a workplace? So all of it would not be possible without this tremendous effort, and I must again say also with wonderful teachers and other staff of this institution. This would not be possible. A huge thank you also for your endeavors, and I wish you all the best for the future. Last but not least, I also have to thank somebody which is Goethe Institute, the Max Müller Bhagwan, not only here in India, thank you so much, but also in a broader picture, because I believe that cultural relations, which are very much formed by the Goethe Institute, are kind of the blood in the vessels of international relations, and we as human beings, as social beings, we need that. Without that, we would just be puppets to work from morning to dawn, and that's not what we want to be. So I just want, before finishing my little speech, oral speech, I would like to share with you an experience I had this afternoon, which was wonderful, and it has to do with something which is happening today. Kanchi, my collaborator, and I, we went for lunch, and we had been accompanied by a young guy to show us a restaurant. Very nice guy. And Kanchi and I, we were just discussing. We were at the huddle, the startup huddle here in Kerala. Very nice, actually, thing. If you're interested, it's going on for 2 days. So we went there, and we were talking in German. And then after a while, the guy said to us, "Are you speaking in German? And why are you speaking in German?" And then we explained to him, well, she's speaking perfectly German, well, I'm speaking German, and then he said, I just started at Goethe Zentrum in Trivandrum to learn German. And then we asked him, what do you want to do? And I said, yes, I want to make my bachelor in German, and then I want to go to Germany. And guess what? He wants to make his master in German language. So we were so, it was such a happy moment for us, and it just had such a beautiful connection to what is happening here today with all of you. So just let me finish again with a big thanks, with a big welcome to all of you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for having me today.
Thank you, sir, for your commendable remarks on the growing significance of Indo-German relations with a particular focus on Kerala. Distinguished guests, dear friends, it is the moment we've all been waiting for. And with your permission, and with a lot of pride in my heart, I very humbly request our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Pinarayi Vijayan sir, to light the traditional lamp and deliver the inaugural address.
Dear sisters and brothers, it is a matter of immense pride for all of Kerala that the honorary German consulate in our state and the Goethe Zentrum Trivandrum are getting a new building and a permanent address from today onwards. At this historic juncture, let me extend greetings to all the Germans in Kerala. The relationship between Kerala and Germany dates back to the 19th century, when missionaries of the Basel mission arrived in Kozhikode. It needs to be noted that subsequent to the arrival into the state close to 200 years back, the Basel mission played a pioneering role in Kerala's education, industry and social transformation, especially in Malabar. The contributions of Dr. Herman Gundert, who also belonged to the Basel mission, to Kerala's literature and culture, especially to the Malayalam language through his seminal work, Malayala Bhasha Vyakaranam, is unparalleled. Ironically, even today, the ties between Kerala and Germany are being strengthened through interventions in the education sector, especially by the Goethe Center. As you all know, it was set up in the aftermath of the signing of a bilateral treaty between Germany and India for promoting cultural relations. The Goethe Zentrum Trivandrum was set up in 2008 and the branch in Kochi was opened 5 years later. As the hub for learning the German language in Kerala, it has enabled several of our youngsters to get admissions in coveted German universities and explore the postal goods. In 2021, the German Parliament passed a new migration law, which opened its doors of migration to professionally qualified persons from non-European Union countries. This law was essentially aimed at professionals from countries like India. Subsequently, Kerala signed the Triple Win Agreement with the German Federal Employment Agency in December 2021. It aimed at recruiting 1,500 nursing personnel and giving them an ethically fair possibility to explore employment opportunities in Germany. Thus, Kerala became the pioneer Indian state to partner directly with Germany for fair and ethical migration of human resources. This Triple Win Agreement is expected to be extended to other locations in the near future, offering additional employment opportunities for our educated and skilled youth. The Goethe Zentrum in Trivandrum and Kochi is the official partner to provide German language training to the candidates, selected as part of the Triple Win project. This year alone, around 30,000 candidates have written the Goethe certificate examinations in Kerala. It was in acknowledgement of this growing interest among Keralites about the various opportunities in Germany that the German Federal Minister of Labour, Mr. Hubertus Heil, visited Trivandrum in July this year. Considering the significant intensity of the bilateral relations between Kerala and Germany and the opportunities the future holds for our young people, we are glad that the Goethe Zentrum has finally constructed its own building here in Trivandrum. Designed and executed with utmost care for environmental consciousness, I am sure that this state-of-the-art German center will present an unmatched experience for both visitors and students. The new premises will also house the office of the German Honorary Consul to Kerala, who attests documents of the students and job seekers, apart from providing other consular services. We live in times when Germany is becoming more and more attractive for Indians. The highest number of foreign students in Germany is from India. Germany is facilitating the way for Indians to migrate by lowering the barriers. Some major changes are anticipated in the German Skilled Migration Act over this year and the next. They will make it easier for more Indians to live and work in Germany. Kerala being a trailblazer among other Indian states with regard to migration, we are poised to benefit further. With the establishment of a permanent address for the Goethe Zentrum and the honorary German consulate in Trivandrum, we hope that the relationship between Kerala and Germany will surely see the advent of new era, marked by rich economic and cultural exchanges. I hope that it will further strengthen mutually beneficial education, research and innovation as well. With great joy, I declare this German Center inaugurated.
Dear Chief Minister, on behalf of all assembled here, I extend a very heartfelt word of gratitude for declaring our new building inaugurated. Please allow me now to invite our beloved Dr. Shashi Tharoor, who needs no introduction. Being from our beloved Thiruvananthapuram, we consider it a great stroke of luck that we could enjoy his presence here today.
Honorable Consul General of Germany, Herr my dear TV Vijay Raghavan, who's sitting in the audience but is actually the chairman of the centre, Saeed Ibrahim, who of course is the moving spirit behind German presence in Thiruvananthapuram, my friend Vivanu, the Chief Secretary of the State, my new friend, the Chairman of Allianz, and of course, ma'am, distinguished guests, lovers of Germany, friends. I'm not planning to inflict a long speech on you, but the occasion is indeed very special. I have spent some time as your Member of Parliament trying to encourage a greater cosmopolitanism in our city, which ranges from everything from trying to get more multinational corporations to open offices in the Technopark, to encouraging Mr. Yusuf Ali to set up the Lulu hypermarket and urging him to also allow more restaurants, more movie theatres, and so on to come into his complex. It's all part of the adventure of making our city even more attractive to people who are not Malayali, who are not from Thiruvananthapuram. And I believe that what Saeed Ibrahim has been doing is playing a very useful role in making Trivandrum, making Thiruvananthapuram a more cosmopolitan place through his advocacy of relations with Germany, the instruction of the German language, and the propagation of German culture through the Goethe Zentrum. And it's very welcome that our Chief Minister reminded us all that the connections of Kerala to Germany go back a very long way. In fact, even before Hermann Gundert, who is very right to mention, there was a remarkable pastor called Ernst Hangselen who came here in 1701 and who wrote a hymn in Malayalam to the life of Christ, which is still sung in many churches of Puttanapalli. And that is by a German, Ernst Hangselen. In the following century, 1806, you had William Ringelthal, who also came ahead of Hermann Gundert. So we've had a lot of German presence and influence in Kerala, and of course Hermann Gundert's epical contribution continues to this day. It's also important to recognize that Kerala has been a source of migration into Germany already. Not that people like me welcome that, because it means more of my voters going away from here. But having said that, the fact is that Keralites both have a sense of enterprise and a willingness to learn languages, which perhaps are not so easily found in other states in our country. And as a result, I've met, I think you have a particular category of senator for certain, senator for business or senator, there's a German senator of Malayali origin who has come and introduced himself to me with a card printed, a very official card with the crest of the Bundestag. Apparently there is such a role. So we actually have people who have not only thrived in business but have also established a certain prominence in German society. Of course, increasingly I'm told in the big cities in Germany there are no hospitals without Malayali nurses. And it is true also that with 42,500 students in Germany, we now have the highest number of foreign students of any country in the world. And undoubtedly a disproportionate number of those are Malayalis. And I offer as evidence the fact that when we suddenly and abruptly had to evacuate Indian students from the Ukraine, which is of course quite remarkable because it was really done at very short notice when the war broke out. It turned out that of the 20,000 Indians who were repatriated, 2,000 were from Kerala. And that's 10% of the entire Indian student population are from Kerala. And that's from a state which is just 38 million in a country of 1.4 billion. So clearly, Keralites are disproportionate in their representation of the foreign student community. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have such a breakdown. I was frantically Googling, but I couldn't find it. we don't have such a breakdown, but my guess is it's almost certainly equally true for Keralites. And I fear now that thanks to Syed Ibrahim and T. Vijayaraghavan and the Goethe Zentrum, that we're going to have even more leading from Thiruvananthapuram as a result of the very good facilities here for them to learn the language. It isn't an easy language, but we Keralites specialize in certain traits for which the only good word is German. Schadenfreude, for example. Schadenfreude is the tendency to take great pleasure in other people's misfortunes. That is a Keralite trait, but the Germans gave us the word for it. I'm just being a bit mischievous because the TV cameras have gone, so it's safe to do it. And of course, we in Kerala have always had an enormous amount of interest and respect, I think, for the flowerings of European culture, music, art, cinema. If you come and annually to our International Film Festival of Kerala, you will see how knowledgeable our Trivandrum residents are about world cinema. And I'm sure that Wim Wenders and so many others have very active fans in this camp. So with those words, I just want to once again congratulate all those behind this venture. It is a splendid building. I was only worrying that if it rains, as it so often does, we won't be able to hear each other speak. But I'm very impressed with your sound system. Perhaps we can defeat the rain even. But it's a wonderful layout and it's a great setup. Congratulations again, Syed Ibrahim, for what you've done. I really hope that in addition to inciting Malayalis to go to Germany, that you will also offer these wonderful facilities, as the Alliance Française does, to non-German cultural events, because it's a lovely space. And I think if I can speak for the writing community of Thiruvananthapuram, artists, writers, poets are constantly in need of good venues to attract remarkable audiences like this to present their work and discuss their work. And I was very grateful that the Alliance Française accepted my plea many years ago to allow Malayali writers and people connected to Thiruvananthapuram writing in English also to launch their books there. And you know what the French really think of the English language, and even then they agree to that. So I'm hoping that you will do the same as well. That's a humble request. So let this place become a humming hub of cultural activity for the city, and add, apart from your German classes, add one more area of luster to our city's cultural life. The final thought is, of course, that I really hope, and I mentioned this to Akim Burkhan already, that Germany will find a way to convert this eventually into a full-fledged consulate with visa-issuing facilities. Right now, all we have in Thiruvananthapuram is the VFS. Our friends from the UAE have got a full-fledged consulate here. Others are keen on expanding their presence for this purpose. And being the state capital, Thiruvananthapuram is much to offer you all. So that, and of course, you have this outstanding representative in the city anyway. So you don't even need to pay the salary of a German to come and sit here. Syed Ibrahim will do the job for you. And you will all benefit. Thank you all very much. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. That was indeed a very overwhelming speech with a good mix of humor, statistics, and history. Thank you, sir. Dear guests, I have great pleasure in inviting Dr. Venu V. IAS to felicitate the ceremonial inauguration of our new building. Please, sir.
Excellency, Consul General, ladies and gentlemen, after Dr. Thiru, whatever comes afterwards is really not going to live up to anything. So I think quickly wind up this felicitation and get on with the job. So it gives me great pleasure to be here. I remember that at this moment I remember how far back Sayed and I go back. 25 years ago, when I was a young director of tourism, I had the temerity to think that Germans would like to visit Kerala, and we did have a trickle then. And also we decided that we would print brochures in German, the German language, and there's just no way this could be done in a small town like Trivandrum. And up stepped Sid, and Sid said, "You want a brochure? How many of them? What kind of brochures do you need?" And he was instrumental in Kerala tourism producing brochures, which I was told by German friends that they are of extremely high quality. So in no small measure, Sid played a role in partnering with Kerala tourism in propagating and popularizing the destinations of Kerala among the German public and among the German tour operators, and we haven't looked back ever since. German was saved again, and his team members, of course, and I have watched him grow and evolve as an able and most distinguished ambassador for Germany, for the German language and the German culture. And ever since the British Zentrum was, the British Centre was launched here, he has been organizing programs and events, and of course, not to mention about the classes, all of which have played a stellar role in popularizing this wonderful country in our wonderful city. My only point is that the Zentrum that we have got, the city has got today, is far more than a physical space. It reminds us of the efforts that have gone in over the last 2.5 decades, perhaps more, of the work put in by a small band of very dedicated people, even without a physical space. So much of work has been done here. And now imagine, with a home of its own, with spaces that can be used for multiple purposes, and with a team that keeps on growing, with a loyal band of supporters and sponsors and promoters. I think, say, led by Mr. Vijay Raghavan and his group of people who will run the centre, will actually turn the centre into a buzzing hive of activity, expanding, as Dr. Tharoor said, expanding its wings beyond spreading German culture into becoming a truly cultural hub of Trivandrum. I extend my heartfelt greetings and congratulations to everyone who's worked behind this wonderful project. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for your congratulatory words. They mean a lot to us. The Goethe Institute, fondly called Max Muller Bhavan in India, has almost become a household name in many cities across India. To represent the South Asia region and talk about the significance of this centre here, I wish to request Dr. Mala Stuckenberg to deliver the felicitation speech.
Thank you so much. So much has been said already, and it is not with Schadenfreude, but with great joy and pleasure for me to also speak to you now, and distinguished guests, dignitaries, colleagues, friends. It's a real pleasure to be here on the inauguration of this new building, and maybe we can also take another look into the future of this wonderful space. As has been said and mentioned, this should really be a cultural center, and it has been built already. One can make it out immediately to the highest standards. So I think everybody of us today can feel how much thought and passion has gone into the planning and the execution of this building. And I'm convinced that it will be a very strong bridgehead between Germany and India. All the time when I was thinking of this place, and I was thinking which term could I find, I was always coming to this term. Bridge was also mentioned before, I think by you, Mr. Walker, but I think it is also a real bridgehead that will further strengthen the already strong relations between the two countries. A bridgehead that will be the starting point for many people from Kerala who will prepare and make their way to Germany from here, whether it is for studies or for working in Germany. And as the cultural field was mentioned, it can also just be a starting point to get in touch with German culture and language, even if people stay in Kerala. Not everybody has to leave nice here. But you know, for those who leave, for those who plan to study, for those who plan to work in Germany, actually it cannot be taken for granted that migration will be successful for the individual who sets out. It cannot be granted. Successful migration depends on many factors: language learning, intercultural attunement to the destination country, and of course, the welcoming culture in our country, in Germany, to mention just a few of those factors. So I think we need to work on all of these factors and offer support. The Goethe Institutes in India, we have 6 Goethe Institutes, and the Goethe Centers, 4 Goethe Centers, play an important role in this. And here, at this bridgehead, which has now been strengthened by the wonderful building we are in today, we are finding the best conditions actually for successful preparation, pre-integration for students as well as skilled workers who plan to study or to work in Germany. This preparation, this pre-integration is really, really important. But at the same time, it is great that those who leave for Germany take their special qualities with them to the other country and contribute through their special qualities in a creative and constructive way in the host country. In that sense, I think qualities of people from Kerala like warm-heartedness, personal attention and sociability will as well migrate with them. I hope that. And they will also shape cooperation and social coexistence, but more than that, cultural exchange and maybe, and I hope so, many, many friendships in our multicultural society in Germany. So we are here to build bridges. And this bridgehead, the Goethe Zentrum Trivandrum, rests above all, this has been mentioned as well, on the minds, the hearts, the commitment of those who fill it with meaning and life, not only since today, but since many years. And those people who have now even strengthened this bridgehead in such a substantial way. So it's really a great pleasure to congratulate the board, the chairpersons, the director of course, and all team members for their tremendous dedication. And I thank you and I congratulate you, Said and Sheena, personally for having the foresight to expand and strengthen the Goethe Zentrum right on time in this crucial moment where we really need such forward thinking and such capacities and resources that we are seeing here now. Everybody involved, I'm sure, got inspired by your commitment and dedication. And so in the great team spirit you are seeing here, this dream, maybe your dream site, but maybe the dream of many of us here, has now become a reality. I congratulate the Goethe Zentrum on this important step. The Goethe Institute is firmly on the side of the center, and we will accompany and support the activities to the best of our abilities. And as a gift from the Goethe Institutes in India to the Goethe Zentrum Trivandrum, I promise now that we will organize a great concert in a year's time to celebrate the first anniversary. In 1 year's time we are meeting again and we will celebrate this inauguration, and it will be the first anniversary, the first birthday of this building. So may I give this? Celebrate again. So again, my warmest congratulations, all the best for the Goethe Zentrum Trivandrum, the entire team, everybody who made this possible, and above all, my best wishes also go out to those people who will take their future into their hands, who will come here and who will go out from here. Thank you very much.
at concert next year. It's such a great matter of pride for all of us to be a part of this worldwide Goethe family. Thank you. A project of this kind to promote international understanding is seldom possible without the support of the industry. We are thankful that Allianz decided to step in here. Let me now invite Mr. Jason John, MD and CEO of Allianz Services India, to say a few words.
Wishes and congratulations to you on this amazing occasion of the inauguration of the Goethe Institute. Allianz started in India in Zentrum Trivandrum about 20 years back, and this year we are celebrating our 20th anniversary. And today we are almost 6,500 people in Trivandrum, in Technopark. And the collaboration with the Goethe Institute has been going on years back. And then when we got this opportunity to support and to deepen that collaboration, we jumped onto it. And I'm very happy now seeing this reality. And I wish the very best to Dr. Sai, and everybody in making this dream a reality. And I wish the very best to the center, and I can assure you that our collaboration is going to continue and it will go from strength to strength. Once again, hearty congratulations. I wish you the very best.
Thank you, sir, for your words of appreciation and confidence in us. Finally, before we conclude this historic moment, it's our duty to say thank you to all those who made this moment possible. Please permit me to invite our director, Dr. Syed Ibrahim, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Guten Abend, a very good evening to you. 3 hours ago, I was running here in t-shirt and my jeans, carrying the chairs from one corner to the other. Then I told my colleague, take care of it, I have to go back home, get dressed up for the event. It's a milestone event. 43 years of emotional connect with Germany, 34 years of academic connection with Germany, and 15 years of professional connection with the Goethe Zentrum Geoethe Institute. What has started with the wall clock 43 years has been converted, transformed into what you see behind you and what you experience here in this amphitheater. Like Vijay sir mentioned, somebody did not want to believe in us. Somebody wanted to consider me a crazy guy riding on his scooter with some German written on the spare part, the spare wheel. Umwelt ist Überleben. That was my first slogan 30 years ago. And many asked me, what was that? Then I got into a conversation with them, trying to inspire them to have some kind of a different attitude to environment. And today, we had the pride of having our Honorable Chief Minister, our Honorable Member of the Parliament, the worshipful Mayor, Honorable MLA, and V.K. Prashant, my dear friend, Dr. V. Venu, whom I have been knowing for more than 25 years, when Dr. Venu was aspiring to reach the IAS goal, and I was traveling towards or walking to the German department in Kerala. And another friend sitting in front of me is Dr. Geoethe. Again, over the last 30 years, all these relationships have evolved over 3-4 decades. And something that I felt from heaven. It never happens. We have to have dreams. We had a lot of difficulties to start the Goethe Zentrum in Trivandrum, 2008. That was a day, 3 o'clock. I don't remember what day it was. I told my colleague, my dear colleague, Frau Sudha Pradeep, when the governor said he would not be attending the program, when the Chief Minister's office said they regret because somebody did not believe in us. I have my company in Technopark. I had my company. I still have my company. They thought I was starting another company. Yeah. It's not. Today, after 15 years, with the trust, with the confidence of my fellow board members, guided by my professor, Dr. Lata Thampi, who is sitting in the back row because she wants to go home as the first person. Teacher, thank you very much that you taught me the first letters of German and trusted me. Mr. Vijayaraghavan, Valsala teacher, she might be remembering when I went as a young boy to the women's college to try to get a job. Attracted more by the girls there, yeah, naturally, women's college, you know. But somehow Valsala teacher said, you go and do your MA. Yeah. So the journey was long, but today we have created, together with my team sitting on the right hand side of me, Frau Sudha Pradeep, Frau Celine, Frau Radhika, all these colleagues, Dr. Joseph Sebastian from Cochin, who has been very instrumental in setting up the center and driving it as the primary force in Cochin. So everybody said science, 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 yeah, because they know me, but the forces or the spirits that work behind me are these people. At home and at work also. Sheena has only one topic to talk to me. We have only one topic to talk. Geoethe, Geoethe, Geoethe. Yeah. So okay, actually this is the right point of time for me to take retirement. Yeah. Then Dr. Shashi Tharoor, I was thinking, oh, I have to talk in English in front of such an intellectually superior person, you know. And constructing this building would be easier than talking in front of or in the presence of Dr. Shashi Tharoor. So he gave me another responsibility and he gave a task to the Consul General saying that we have to convert this or make it bigger with visa possibilities. So think about it, Achim, maybe in 5-6 years when I sit home and think of the consulate, we can feel you in Germany and I somewhere else. Okay. Maybe. So we have to think bigger. So we have created a permanent address for the Indo-German relations here. And this has to be taken forward. And I am so glad that the Chief Minister came here. A big word of thank you to him, the Member of Parliament, Dr. Shashi Tharoor, the MLA, the Worshipful Mayor, they had to go and accompany the Chief Minister for another program, Dr. Venu, and all these dignitaries on the stage, and those who are sitting here, Raghu Chetan, who has known me for several years and also related to Sheena, they have supported me. And think about the neighbors here. Yeah? My special word of gratitude to Uni sir and Sheikh sir and their families because they suffered for 3 years the dust, the sound, the pollution of all sorts. Yeah? And I don't know how I managed. Sometimes when I got their calls, I was a bit frantic, I must admit that. So thank you very much to you and your family members, and a special thank you to the Jawahar Nagar Residents Association under the leadership of Dr. Madhusudan Nair, my dear friend Jayakumar, and Reggie, he's the Vice President, and all the members who have supported us in different ways. And like it was mentioned, such a project cannot be executed, realized without external support. The money the board members could have easily taken home, nobody would have asked. We are just 7 members, we divide the money, take the money home. You have seen how much we have invested here. But the board decided this money is for Indo-German relations. And that's what you see here. And still that money was not enough. Then I called Prasad Chandran sir. He was managing director of BASF, South Asia, I think. And I told him, sir, I need money. He said, Syed, don't worry, I will give you 1 lakh rupees from my pension. Yeah? But I called him, invited him for the inauguration. We did not have to take that money. But the words were more meaningful to us. Then I got 15 minutes to pitch the project to the executive board of Alliance. Thank you, Jason. 3 minutes I spoke in German, 12 minutes in English. I showed them the presentation, and 3 days later, Rani sent me a message. Rani Shashikumar, the communications head, thank you Rani. Alliance will step in. I played 2 fundamental facts with him. Munich, 3. Munich, Alliance, Goethe. It cannot be a better partnership. So these 3 forces came together to make our dream a reality today. Thank you, Alliance. And then Bosch, they built the solar installation for us. Anuplast was very kind enough to extend a very friendly offer to have the best UPVC windows and doors here. Dev Agency will be stepping in. We will have a cultural space here. We are inviting 3 artists from the Munich Hochschule, University of Applied Sciences, and they will work with 3 local artists here and create the pictures. So Dr. Shashi Tharoor said, we have to open this space for others also. We will be more than happy to do that. We don't want to restrict this to the German or German-loving community. We have invested our passion, our love, and for the future. That's what you see here. And if everybody who comes here can respect and handle it with care, we will only be happy to do that. The architect, Sri Rajesh Ravindran, project consultant, Varki Jun sir, we had our 102nd weekly meeting yesterday. Yeah? So now you can count the number of meetings we had here. Sometimes I was in Germany, I was virtually attending it. So altogether it was a collective spirit and collective work that culminated in this beautiful building which you will get to see. Every corner, every stone of this building was selected with meticulous planning and a vision in mind. So I have to probably undergo a counseling before we open this up to the students. We really hope that the students will respect it. Yeah? My dear counterpart from the UAE consulate, Obeid, we call brothers, yeah? We are all brothers and sisters. So thank you, Obeid, for your presence. Ratish, I think he has left. I came with a lot of notices because I have the tendency of forgetting the names. You know, there are so many people who need to be thanked. The civil contractor, Sriraj, then the different agencies. So please allow me, please allow me my forgetfulness. Might be the reason that I have missed out certain names. Representing the Technopark community, we have Mr. Sri Kumar, Secretary of the GTech, from the Indo-German Chamber of Commerce, my dear friend Sumit Sharma, from the Goethe Institute. I am so glad to see that our lovely colleagues from Delhi are here, Dr. Alexandra Mitla, Sonali, Shivani, Dibali, and representing BFS, colleague from Sangeeta from Cochin is here, and representing the embassy, Heike came with her husband, York, and then Invest in Bavaria is represented by John Potel, who is here only for a couple of hours, and Hubert, Rylard, he's a man of different hats like some others, yeah. So thank you very much. From Bangalore, we have a larger contingent of colleagues, Radha, Mukta, Manju, Nilakshi, Giri, Pradeep, and Michael, the director, could not come. So thank you very much for your presence today. And from the Bombay Goethe Institute, Björn has come down. So you have invested time, and you have taken or invested the time and also effort in being here. So I don't want to move further with my relatively longer speech. Thank you very much. And I wish to request our founding pillars of the Goethe Zentrum, Frau Sudha Pradeep, Frau Celine, Frau Radhika, and Sheena to come to the stage. Along with these ladies, please, Dr. Joseph Sebastian, come to the stage. And I request do I see Archana Shetty somewhere? Oh, yeah. Many of you have not seen the interior of this building. If your eyes pop out, yeah, then that's the person who is responsible for that. Archana Shetty, representing IOT. And I did not say a formal word of thank you to you. So I think we belong to the same league. Thank you anyway, Kanchi, and also for your presence. So, dear colleagues, we started the Goethe Zentrum with these four. I request our dear Chief Secretary to hand over a gift of thankfulness and acknowledgement to these colleagues, please. My dear colleagues to take their seats back. And Archana, please come on to the stage. Architect Rajesh Ravindran and also Varki sir, please come to the stage. Sriraj, are you here? Yeah, please. Please come. He's the interior contractor assigned by the Goethe Zentrum to create the items or the furniture and all artifacts what you see inside. Amritlal from Amravati Interiors. Thank you. Two more colleagues are here, Ramkumar and Srijit. Can you please come down to the stage? Yeah. he is our finance manager. You know how important it is. If he doesn't do his work, yeah, I will have visitors at my place. Bridget, our system administrator, yes. So, dear friends, thank you very much. And that concludes the official ceremony of the inauguration of our Goethe Zentrum building here. Once again, my sincere word of thank you, gratitude to all of you. We have a lovely band set up there on the lawns. We prayed that it doesn't rain, but we had drizzling. And in our beliefs, we consider it a very auspicious omen. Yeah? No rain. Yesterday until 2 o'clock it rained here. And many were asking me, but I said it will all go well. So all is well. Thank you very much.
Dear guests, the German jazz band Orange Line is waiting.
ബാക്കിലോട്ട് പോട്ടെ.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we will play the last final tune of this concert. And thanks again for a lovely audience. Thanks again, a huge thank you to Bobby Mohan who organized everything for us. And thank you for all protagonists of this evening who organized it. Thank you so much. The last tune, the last tune's name is Taking Off, a tune which is also written by Hannes Stolzhammer. A lot of other tunes were written by George Benson, a very famous guitar player. A couple of tunes were written by me. So thank you again for a wonderful evening. We will be here later on, so just came around and have a talk with us later. Thanks again, and now that last tune's name is Taking Off. Have fun listening to it. Bye. thanks again for listening. And classy, very classic situation. I forgot the most important part to introduce you to my band. So once again, a huge applause for Hannes, who I already introduced. Hannes Stolzheimer from Stuttgart, from South Germany. We have, now it's time to say that name, Ruben Röhl on guitar. Huge applause for Ruben. And another huge applause for Tim Steiner. My name is Christine Adams. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks again for listening. Thanks again for sharing passion for music and for being here. Have a lovely evening and see you later.
എനിക്ക് മാർക്കറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന എൻ്റെ നമ്പർ കൊടുക്കണം. എനിക്ക് വാട്സപ്പിൽ മെസ്സേജ് അയച്ചു. അതിനി എത്രാമത്തെ നമ്പറെന്ന് ഞാൻ നോക്കി.